Good afternoon, everybody. The special Thursday afternoon edition coming to you this afternoon for Support Local LKN. We got a pretty fun one for you this afternoon. And I got to admit, we were talking quite a bit before going live today. And there is so much that I don't know about this local area, even after having been here for 16 plus years. And one of them, if you look over on the other screen here, we are happy to have with us today. We have Andrew and Danny from LKN Scuba. And if you're like me, I didn't have any idea that scuba was even a thing in the Mooresville area. But these guys have proven me wrong. And I'd like for them to tell you a little bit about guys, tell us, first and foremost, thanks for being here. And secondly, what is LKN Scuba all about? How long have you guys been here?
Well, thanks for having us, JT. Danny and I really appreciate it. Lake Norman Scuba, LKN Scuba, we've been here for 20 years now. We've been in Mooresville, just plugging and chugging along. We quit our what do you call it, corporate America jobs, and started this with two little bitty babies and and a fingers crossed plan. And here we are 20 years later, and we're still doing it. So doing something right.
And you're still smiling, and that's the most important thing, you know. So at least you got that hurdle out of the way, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig on this one, because not knowing, obviously just having a basic familiarity with scuba, first thing that comes to mind, we live in the Lake Norman area, and you think, first thing is, why do I want to dive in Lake Norman? All right. That is not the case at all, correct?
It is not.
Tell us a little bit.
So Lake Norman itself is just a geographical area. So we referenced our name to Lake Norman Scuba, being that we draw people from northern Charlotte to teach them and to experience scuba diving. But no, we don't teach in the lake. The lake is murky at best, and lots of boat traffic. That's not a fun thing to dodge while you're underwater. So we teach in a private quarry here in Mooresville. That's everyone thinks it's Kerrigan Farms, but it's not. It's just this little private scuba park that has a great draw. It's just it's super neat, super easy to get to. It's
lots of cool stuff in it.
It's got lots of neat underwater objects, and it's about 3 miles from our store, so it's really close.
That's wonderful. Well, for those of you that may not know, where are you guys located?
On Highway 150, which is exit 36, directly across the street from Lowe's Hardware.
Okay. And now, if somebody were to want to reach out, let's say somebody like me, hey, basic familiarity, I'd love to do it. Maybe even thinking, hey, now might be the time. You guys are actually up and running, basically full bore, but respecting, obviously, social distancing. You can actually start today.
That's correct. We're open. We're teaching. We're just doing things a little bit differently and keeping things smaller and better with social distancing to make sure everyone's safe.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, you do full certifications as well, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So if somebody were to want to get running now, what's the easiest way for them to contact you to maybe start that ball in motion?
Well, there's really two different ways, right? One, you can just physically call us at the store. Store number is pretty easy. It's 704-660-3483. And for old people like me, that spells DIVE on your phone. Back when that mattered 20 years ago, that was important. Nowadays, everyone just doesn't need it. But you can call us, and you can put a deposit down over the phone. You don't even have to come in the store. You put the deposit down, and we can actually email you your classroom link or your virtual classroom assignment, and you can actually do the classroom piece, which relates to 5 to 10 hours of learning at home in a comfortable, safe environment. So it takes that entire piece out of it. And then the next piece would be going to the pool, which Danielle talked about. We do it in small groups. The biggest group we've had so far was 3, but that was a family. So we're doing small, people who know each other are already
live together.
Yes, where it's not a contagion concern. We do a medical questionnaire the morning of just to make sure, you're not feeling sick or, whatnot. But then we do our pool training, and then you move on to the open water training. And that's, again, done very similar to a golf course type of thing where your location is together, but we're got plenty of room at the quarry to spread out. So it's really pretty easy.
Excellent. Excellent. For those of us that are taking this time when we're sheltering in place, and we're hopeful that, I believe as of tomorrow, we're looking about 1 week, hopefully that May 8th figure where we start to do in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, start getting back to hopefully some semblance of normalcy again. If we get a certification through LKN Scuba, that's not going to end, in any short period of time, correct?
That is correct. The certification you actually get is a PADI open water certification. PADI is the largest certifying agency in the world. They issue, outside of this year, they issue about 1 million certifications a year to all levels of divers. So your certification card is valid anywhere in the world. So it never expires. Excellent.
So those of us that are thinking about those tropical destinations, I'm huge on the Caribbean side myself. Great time to pick it up while we're all kind of reduced to the capabilities of what we have available to us. But it might be a great time to think about something like that.
Well, one funny thing about that is that if you sign up for the e-learning part, if you complete that, you actually have 12 months to start your pool training. So even if you have a delay, you know, if we don't get some sort of release and you're not comfortable leaving your sheltering in place, then you can delay it and you've lost nothing. Your training doesn't expire. Everything just can continue on. You have a year to do the next step.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now let's shift gears a little bit, because I know obviously with summer approaching, you guys usually have a big summer camp that you guys offer over there. And right now I know it's kind of on the fence. We're not really sure what's going to be available. Let's take the high side and try to think positively. Can you tell us a little bit about the summer program that you usually offer out there?
We do a week of summer camp every week over the summer. They range for kids ages 8 to 19. They come for the entire week and they earn their actual PADI open water certification over the course of the week. It's only kids that are involved, and they have a ton of fun and get to learn something new and get off the couch.
Right. So would it be right of me to say that they should probably watch a Facebook page, things like that, to just make sure, try to get updates on that as it gets a little closer?
Yeah, they can. We have our schedule out and we have been taking bookings, just with the expectation that if we need to change it, we'll either back dates up or honor the summer camp later on for a regular class.
Or possibly do them in smaller class sizes if necessary. So we restrict the people who have already signed up, giving them the preference.
Right. Excellent. And that's, again, you know, everybody out there that's watching this video, I have to say, I've learned so much of what's available here that we can still do right now. And I think that's the first step, is just making sure, as we do with all small businesses, but look at the capabilities that they have available to us right now. And, you know, try to make those plans to say, hey, I can go ahead and knock these steps out. You talked about your e-learning side. You talked about, you know, being able to still do water training and get your certification. And then also, once we roll back to hopefully getting that all clear again, you know, having all this stuff already in your back pocket, ready to roll. So I think it's a great time for the community to come out and support that.
Very nice.
See, and all I can get is a head nod, and that's good. I guess that's where I get to the point that I said it correctly, because at least I don't get this anymore. You know, that's a good thing.
100%. You are right.
Well, see, I knew I liked you for more than just your hairstyle, Andrew. You know, it was something. we had that bond, but. For those of you that may not recognize, or may recognize, Andrew and Danny also put on LKN Entertainment, which is the music bingo, a few nights a week. They do an outstanding job. And again, thank you guys for not only being local in the community as business owners, but supporting that and volunteering and giving back to the community as well. We can't thank you enough for what you do.
We love to do it. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And anybody that needs their information, as we do with all our videos, we'll make sure all their information is posted with the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them directly, or you can reach out to us and we can go ahead and forward that on for you. But please, if you have the means right now and you have the time, please look up LKN Scuba. These folks are really, they're truly as genuine as they come, and they're awesome folks to work with and to play with. I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong with both of them. So Andrew and Danny, thank you so very much. We appreciate you coming out and sharing some time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, JT. Thanks, Rhonda.
Anytime. Hey, guys, have a great one. We'll be coming to you again with more Mother's Day specials as well this week. Don't forget Mother's Day. For all you out there that need to think about your mother, do not forget about Mother's Day. See that, Danny? I'm trying to help you, Andrew. I'm getting you off the hook right now.
I'm good.
All of you out there that need to think about Mother's Day, you got a week and change out, all right? Make sure you're thinking about Mother's Day. Follow our posts, all right? We got some really special stuff coming for Mother's Day. We look forward to rolling that all out with you here in the next week or so. And thank you all very much again. Have a great night, everyone. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.